Trump tariffs have crashed the entire altcoin sector, and when we look at CoinGecko to look at the altcoin state of affairs, everything is in the red. In fact, there are very few coins that are in the green, and then very quickly you see stable coins. I think after 5 altcoins, this is the top 100, and then it's just a sea of red on the 24-hour chart here. Hype down 18%, Athena down 16%, Pi Network down 16%, Pepe down 15%, Solana, even Solana is down 13%, but there's one altcoin that is set to pump due to the technicals and the fundamentals, and this to me is a great buying zone. We're going to jump right into it. That is HBAR, and HBAR is in the news lately because they might buy the world's largest social media company, TikTok. But also, in addition to the TikTok news, there are insiders who seem like they might actively be buying as we speak. So we're going to look at the charts, we're going to look at the insiders, but first let's look into, is HBAR going to buy TikTok? So HBAR Foundation joins OnlyFans founder startup to bid on TikTok. This is the world's largest social media app when you measure it by daily active users. Now, ByteDance to divest ownership of TikTok, or they're going to face a ban starting on April 5th. So the parent company of TikTok has 2 days to sell TikTok unless something changes in Congress. Now, Zoop is the social app created by the founder Tim Stokely, and the HBAR Foundation have submitted a bid to purchase the video sharing app TikTok in the United States. Now, this bid is going to follow other major technological companies, Amazon, Oracle, Microsoft, Rumble, all trying to buy TikTok. Now, if you're wondering why are we banning TikTok, this is actually a Biden rule. This is from 2024. U.S. Congress passed and Biden signed into bill the law that would ban TikTok. Now, it was supposed to be banned on January 19th, but Donald Trump signed a 75-day extension. The 75 days is up on April 5th. And so if we even hear rumblings or rumors that HBAR is going to buy TikTok, that's going to help its recognition, and that's just going to get people more bullish on, hey, this company actually seems like they're trying to build. But let's talk about the insiders. Now, the insider I'm talking about is Anthony Scaramucci. He's the former White House director of communications, and he responded to a CoinDesk article on HBAR for its private network for institutions. Impressive to hear what Hedera has been building. The heads down builders will win in the next era of crypto. If you don't know who he is, Scaramucci used to work at Goldman Sachs. He now has Skybridge Capital. He's a founder, and they say he's worth probably around $100 to $200 million. So not quite a billionaire, but a former Trump insider and someone with a lot of juice when it comes to crypto markets. Now, he was responding to this article right here. HBAR is going to see a Q3 debut for their institutional private blockchain. This is very bullish for Hedera as well. It's going to be a private blockchain for enterprises and highly regulated industries to go live in the third quarter. If you're wondering who's this for, this is going to be for asset managers, banks, and payment providers. I think Visa, MasterCard, and right now they have one of the top payment providers in Australia, Australian Payments Plus. So on the enterprise side, it does look like Hedera is, doing a lot of building. They got the insiders, but now let's talk about the technicals and let's maybe even do a price prediction for 2025. Now, one of the technicals I'm looking at here is HBAR losing support. So it lost key support and now eyeing a 30% crash from these levels. And you can see right now we're kind of trailing along the bottom and we just lost support on this area. So let's jump into the charts here. This is the area you can see, HBAR just kind of ranging around. And this is coming up to the previous level of resistance and a previous level of support right here around 16 cents. But we could be seeing lower lows, and the next low, about that 30% crash, going to be coming to the top range of the previous little mini pump that we had after the bear market. And if you scroll to this side, you'll see this is also where it bounced off support when it wicked all the way in the June 2021 lull. Bitcoin crash, June, July, all the altcoins, pretty much had a bad time. Now, HBAR put in a new all-time high in the second half of 2021. To me, that is also very bullish. But I'll tell you what isn't bullish is losing the 200-day support. HBAR touched the 200-day moving average and the 2021 all-time high. This could be a major launch pad area. Now, this is looking at market cap, not the price. So that's something to remember here. If you go to HBAR, which is right now down 8%, traipsing around 15 cents. You go to max, you see price. Then if you hit market cap, you see, okay, HBAR has had more tokens released. looking at the numbers here, most of the tokens are now out though, 42 billion out of the 50 billion. So roughly 84% of the tokens are out. I want to give a quick shout out to L Bank Exchange. It is my favorite exchange to get all of the latest trading pairs, all of the hottest meme coins and altcoins. You can go to the spot trading, or you could do futures perpetual trading. And we have a link down below with the tutorial on the top of our page. Tons and tons of features here, 24/7 customer support, huge reach here, huge volume, millions of users, and they have over 200 countries and regions covered. So go ahead, open up an account, deposit some funds, and start your trading journey. Let's go back to the technicals here. There's something I need to show you in the Fibonacci extension here. So what we did here is from the swing high down to the swing low, and then that gave us our levels where we've seen HBAR kind of respect some of these levels. So you can see the 382 was acting as strong support until it finally broke to the downside, and now we might be testing the 236. It's going to be right around that 30% drawdown as well, right around some of these areas that we've been paying attention to. Now the 236, I don't think HBAR is going to go that low unless, you know, Bitcoin just falls off a cliff. The levels I'm looking up are at the upside here. So I think once we get back to the 382, which is 18 cents, I would next be looking at the 618, and the 618's right there at 26 cents. So real close to the 25-cent psychological level. But what about a price prediction for this bull run here? Can HBAR hit new all-time highs? I'm making a prediction, yes, it can. And I think it might even go past the 1618 to the 2618. The 1618 would be a new all-time high. That's going to be around 62 cents. But I love the fact, the confluence, that this is really close to a psychological number. The 2618 is at 99 cents. So it really makes me think $1 is going to be a great target for HBAR this year. Now I got one little blast and one little dose of hopium for you folks, you know, because the chart's obviously looking pretty bad. We need to recover soon. I think that recovery might be here. So what we're looking at here is the liquidation heat map for Binance and for traders trading HBAR on Binance. So the bright colors you're going to see are the liquidations, and you can see in the last really just day, we have been cutting through all the liquidations here. All of these lines are hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of them equate to over $1 million or close to it. And we have just wiped out all the leverage down to the downside, wiping out all the people who are trying to long HBAR. And now most of the liquidations rise above us. So these are people shorting HBAR, waiting to get liquidated. And so if you're looking at Binance, you're looking at the order books are very bullish for HBAR. You look at the chart, to me, the chart is looking very bullish for HBAR. You look at the fundamentals, it's looking bullish, and you're looking at what they're building in the background and the insiders who are buying here. Everything is pointing to a very bullish season for HBAR. And even if they don't buy TikTok, I would still say this is going to help the bullishness for the entire ecosystem. So I'm DZ for Discover Crypto. Hopefully I'll see you and your HBAR at the top.